Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie. Welcome, and if you're new, welcome back if you're not. I'm an intuitive guide and a divine light channel, and today I have a grandmother that wants to come through for you guys with some very specific messages. I've been getting downloads and receiving these messages prior to recording. So first off, I'm going to start out by clearing the energy, calling in my spirit guides, my spirit team, and angels, and also allowing any grandmother to come through and speak through me and work through me to bring through a clear and concise message for you guys. And let's see what this message is all about. So let's take a look. Hold on. Before I get ahead of myself, let me look at the cards and see where they want me to go with this. First and foremost, okay, so I have the Page of Pentacles coming out first, upside down. It is confirming you've had a lack of focus, missed opportunities, a lack of direction, some impracticality and frivolity in your finances as well. And so they are acknowledging that from the other side. Also, in your blocked energy, I have the Two of Swords coming out sideways. So you've had some problems bringing things into balance. You've had some difficult decisions and choices to make. Twos are all about choices, duality, and balance. And they want you to compromise. You're having a lot of inner conflict right now. And you have also, had a lot of indecision. You felt like you've been in a stalemate, avoiding confrontations, refusal to make decisions, and inner turmoil. And so they see that that's what's going on in your energy. And before I got started, I was receiving some messages from your grandma. And for whoever this is for, you can confirm with me in the comments if it resonates with you. But she sees that you've been carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of burdens. Perhaps you feel like no one is meeting you halfway in your relationships or just things that you have going on in your life right now. And you're tired of carrying the weight of it all and putting in all of the effort. That's what I've really been hearing is other people aren't putting the same amount of effort into things as you are. And wow. So she sees you have the Star card coming in reverse. She sees that you've had a lack of faith. You've been in despair. You've had a lot of discouragement on your part, and you feel like you're trapped in the darkness. But she's saying you are the light, and you are the light of my life, is what she's saying. You are the light. You need to see and recognize the light in yourself. You are what lights up the darkness. And she wants to send you this Star card, this wish fulfillment. But you are in a period of lack of faith and perhaps despair, discouragement. She's seen all the, oh, that was the other part of the download I received earlier when I was meditating on your energy before I got started. She sees the silent tears that you have cried at night. She's seen your despair. She has seen your discomfort with life, your frustrations. And she knows, how deeply affected you are by others and their energy as well. So she's telling me you are an empath and you are greatly affected right now and absorbing the energies of those around you. And so she wants you to put up strong energetic boundaries. Um, Wow. The Five of Cups came out in reverse. So she wants you to embody that energy of acceptance, forgiveness, and moving on. Don't keep yourself chained to the past by being unable to forgive others or accept them as they are. Through acceptance, you can transform in literally anything. That's how we transform energies, is through acceptance of what was, what is, and what will be. Forgive yourself and others so that you're no longer chained to those karmic cycles that they've kept you trapped in. It's when we are unable to forgive that we stay in that karmic loop, repeating the same patterns over and over and over until we finally learn the lesson. And perhaps the lesson in that is forgiveness in itself. And fives are all about um, fives are all about chaos, change, conflict, loss, and rebuilding. And so you can rebuild something new, but you've got to let go of the past and get out of that conflict and chaos. And you've also experienced a lot of losses, perhaps a lot of grief, is what I'm getting from this Five of Cups energy. But that cycle has ended, and you just need to take yourself out of it by realizing that cycle has ended. And you can end that cycle yourself through forgiveness and acceptance, is what I'm hearing, and by moving on and not, participating in whatever it is that's pulling you back in that 3D timeline of negative energies. And the star card I wanted to mention, it is the number 17, which is an eight. And eights are all about infinity, infinite abundance, infinite potential, abundance in itself, movement, change, and attainment. So she says you are and can move forward into this abundance, but hanging on to the past and past relationships that are toxic for you, and by staying involved, in that chaos and conflict, is just blocking you from moving forward and receiving your own blessings. So she wanted to make that clear. That is a new message that just came through right now. So that's interesting. And I'm glad I'm bringing this to your attention so you can move on. Wow. You are in the magician energy. You are a master manifester. You have a lot of creative energy right now. You need to channel your negative energies like your anger and frustration, disappointment, whatever it is. You need to channel that into your creativity. Use that energy, that fire energy that you've been feeling burning in your loins over these conflicts and chaos and things. Channel it into your creativity and use it for the good. um, there's a lot of energy there, is what I'm hearing, that you could use to your benefit. And you have a lot of skill. You have a lot of confidence. If you don't, you should, because the magician carries all of the tools necessary to create whatever reality that you want to. And it is a number one, representing new beginnings, potential, and opportunity that you have in front of you. You're just not seeing it because you're stuck in, some lower vibrational energies that you need to alchemize. And, you can alchemize them you can alchemize them by asking Jesus to pour his divine love all over, in, and around those negative energies that are in your life. And you can fully transform them through acceptance of what was, what is, and what will be. And so she wants you to work on alchemizing those energies, using them to your benefit, channeling them into transforming them through acceptance, and transforming them into opportunities for success and growth and prosperity. Whatever it is you want to create from them, transform them through acceptance, and channel those energies into something positive in your life by letting go of the past. You are in that Queen of Swords energy. You have a lot of wisdom. You're very objective. She's very sharp, and she's very discerning, and she's very independent. And if you're not in that energy already, your grandma is saying, please get into that energy. You are so wise from the lessons that you've learned, but you need to use that sword and the Queen of Swords and cut off any negative energy in your life or negative people that are bringing you down. And transform those energies that they've been making you feel, that have been really bogging you down and holding you down, chaining you to the past. And in your blocked energy, I have the Justice coming out, Justice card. Um, It is going to bring about fairness, truth, justice, and balance back into your life. And those people that have been unfair with you or dishonest or had some kind of bias against you, or created some kind of imbalance in your life, justice is coming in. They're going to receive their karma. It's a number 11, which is a master number. It's also the number of manifestation. And so you can manifest anything you want into your reality. You just have to focus on what it is that you want to create, and don't give any attention to, what you don't want to recreate. Focus on the positive. Focus on the possibilities, the infinite possibilities and infinite potential that you have within you to create whatever reality you want. I also have the Fool in reverse. Someone has been reckless, a lot of recklessness, foolishness, um, carelessness, and naivety. So someone's been very reckless and foolish and careless with your energy and with who you are. And so um, she wants you to really free yourself from toxic relationships. And if you're an empath, I know that's especially hard to do, especially if it's close family, but we do have to cut that off. And we can simply do that by not reacting, not responding, moving forward, simply moving forward to a new beginning, knowing that you deserve it. And that's all it is. You don't have to provide an explanation. It's best just to walk away, turn your back, and move forward into brand new beginnings. And this is what she wants you to know today. And you got the Lover's card as well, which is the number 6, bringing in balance, problem solving, compassion, and harmony. And it's all about love, harmony, relationships, choices, partnerships, and union. And let's see, what else was I going to touch on? Oh, it's also about twin flame relationships. And so the twin flames in our lives are the mirrors of our soul. And so someone has been mirroring back to you where you need healing. And when we get triggered, it's because we have something inside of us that needs to be healed. She's also acknowledging that these people have not apologized to you. And that is why you are having so much trouble moving forward and moving on, is because you have not had the proper closure. But these people are not going to apologize. They're not going to recognize their own faults, if they haven't already. And some people are just incapable of apologizing. And a lot of times it's narcissistic people who believe they're always right and they can do no wrong, and they have a lot of pride. And so simply cut them off. And that is how they actually learn to change their behavior, if they're going to, is by sitting in that dark night of the soul and reflecting back on how they've treated you. And wow, I have the death card coming out. And that is telling me right now, that you need an ending to these relationships. It's all about endings, transformation, change, and rebirth. And so either the people are going to heal themselves and change and transform into a brand new, better version of themselves, or they're not. But that's not really your concern or your business, unless it's directly affecting you. And the only way that it can affect you is if you allow it to. So she's saying, let these things end. Let them go through an ego death and a rebirth and a transformation of their own. It's not your job to heal anyone but yourself. And it's a number 4, representing structures, foundations, stability, and planning. So when you do let them go, it's going to build a solid and stable foundation and structure for your own self. So that's the good news. And she has seen you have really been through it, since she left your life. And she knows what you went through before, as a child. And during her life here on earth, she's acknowledging that. She knows things have not been easy for you. You have not had an easy life. You had a rough start. You've had a lot of hardships, trials, tribulations, sorrows, trauma, and grief in your life. So that's who I'm talking to. And that's what the grandmother is saying for this particular message. Wow, she says the tower moment has came in. Um, and that is all about sudden changes, a crumbling down, chaos and destruction. And so you have either recently went through a tower with these people, or you're about to go through a tower moment, which is going to be um, bringing in a lot of luck to you. You're going to feel like a totally different person in a brand new life. It is the number 7, which brings in luck, faith, wisdom, reflection, and understanding. But the tower clears out everything in its path to begin again and to build something new. And so, look forward to your new beginnings. You have been in the Eight of Swords energy. She sees that. You've been feeling very trapped, restricted, victimized, helpless, powerless, and blinded. Sideswiped is what I just heard. And, things have just been coming at you from all different directions and making you feel very trapped. Like, how do you move on? And eights are all about abundance, infinite potential, infinite abundance, infinite possibilities, movement, change, and attainment. So movement is coming in with that tower moment and bringing in changes and attainment of your goals. You have been in the Two of Pentacles energy. She sees that you've been balancing your resources. She wants you to be more flexible and be able to adapt to these changes so that your abundance can come in. You have to be ready, willing, open, and able to receive. And so make that your affirmation that you are ready, willing, able, and open to receiving what the angels want to send to you. Twos are all about balance, duality, and choices. So there is going to be a balance brought into your finances. Um, you have the moon card coming out. Um, you and others have been trapped and stuck in different illusions. Fear is an illusion. So this is what I'm hearing right now. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. You have been afraid of conflict. You've avoided conflict your whole life. You've been afraid to speak up for yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. She wants you to know that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you speaking your truth and standing up for yourself. And especially if you never have done that, if you've been an empath all your life and been afraid to speak up for yourself or speak your truth, letting people know you have firm boundaries. Maybe you've been codependent or in codependent relationships where others have determined your value and your worth, and you haven't stood up for yourself because of fear of creating some type of conflict. She wants you to set those firm boundaries, let people know what your limits are, because that is the only way that you can create change. And she's telling me you've had a problem with creating boundaries. And so once you do this, they are going to know your limits. They're going to see that you actually have limits, and they might even be really caught off guard. And, they'll have to sit with themselves, and especially if you're not there to entertain their bullshit. Sorry, I said it. But there have been a lot of things that have been hidden from you. You've been trapped in confusion and some secrets, family secrets perhaps, or people keeping secrets from you. You've had a lot of uncertainty in your life, but you're going to be moving ahead. That is a number 9, by the way, the moon card. It represents fruition, completion, and fulfillment. And so things are coming into fruition for you. You are going through a completion of this cycle, and you will be fulfilled in whatever it is that you're pursuing with your life as far as your goals. And I also have you moving forward very quickly in the chariot energy. Again, another number 7, bringing in some luck for you from your grandma, faith, wisdom, reflection, and understanding. It's a card of determination, success, and moving forward. And so that's where you're at. And again, you have the 7 of Swords coming out. She's acknowledging people have been hiding things from you. They've been avoiding the truth. They've been lying. They have been in some type of trickery against you with deception. And they've been very cunning while they've done it. They've even smiled. Again, that's a number 7, 7 of Swords. So you have lots of luck coming in. You have at least 3 7s in these different decks. And you have the 3 of Cups in reverse. These people pulling you back into the past. They have interfered with your ability to celebrate, to have friendships, and maybe even reunions with others because of their own selfishness. So she's saying, let them go. Wow, 6 of Swords just came out. Leave them behind, move forward, and look into the distance ahead. You don't have any time to waste on pulling yourself back down into an old timeline that's expired when you can move into a perfectly good new timeline. And by the way, that 6 of Swords came out sideways. So you have been stuck, unable to leave them behind. You've been unable to move forward. You've been unable to look into the distance ahead because they've created so much chaos in your life. And so she's saying, when will enough be enough? And the 7 of Swords just came out again. And they have been taking from you. They have been consuming your time, your energy, your money, your effort, whatever it is. They have been consuming your life and using up your valuable resources, your time, your energy, and your presence, your attention. They are your most valuable currencies. And so, be very wise and guarded and protective of your own energy, time, and your attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. And so whatever you focus on expands. And look at that. She wants you to be this person. She wants you to be in the 3 of Wands, moving forward, looking ahead into the distance, not looking back, turning your back on the past and looking ahead into the distance. You got the Chariot that came out again. So she's confirming. She wants you to get into that Chariot and ride yourself away from the past and from engaging, because that's what keeps you trapped and stuck. And she's also saying she wants you to be this person, the 8 of Cups energy. Oh, sorry. The Chariot is a number 12, by the way, which is also a number 3. So you got 2 number 3s. That's about growth, relationships, success, creativity, creating something new for yourself. And it looks very optimistic. Look at this yellow. A lot of sun energy and optimism in your future when you turn your back and walk away. And that's what the 8 of Cups is all about. And she wants you to be that person. Again, a number 8 about abundance, infinite potential, and infinite possibilities, moving ahead and turning your back and walking away from the past. You've been keeping yourself stuck in this hangman position simply by engaging or reflecting and renumerating on the past. And so she wants you to set yourself free. It's a number 12, which is also a number 3. So as soon as you set yourself free, or perhaps change your perspective, you can ask yourself, what is my responsibility in these situations that are going on, and do some self-reflection. But you are not responsible for other people's behaviors. They're adults, and They should be responsible for their own behaviors. And you can be an adult and, manage your own life. You don't have to manage these other people. And be receptive. Be in a divine feminine energy of receiving. I am. You need to make a list. She's saying I did this once, and she's saying this would be a good exercise for you. Make a list of all the things that you are. I am abundant. I am the magician. I am a miracle manifester. Whatever it is, that you want to put down in there, and write yourself a love letter. Tell yourself all the reasons why you love yourself. People have really brought you down and put you down, is what I'm getting. And so write a love letter to yourself. Tell yourself all the things that you know that you are, because people have been programming you otherwise. And take some time out to discover who you really are. When you do that list, you put it in writing and you change the magnetic field around you, and know your own value and worth, and set your expectations higher, and don't allow people to treat you any way that you don't treat them. That's not fair and that's not right. And your path is being illuminated. And so look for signs and synchronicities. Pray to your angels, pray to your grandmother to send you signs and synchronicities. That's letting you know that you're on the right path. And let's see what else. They are offering you and sending you guidance from the other side, from the angelic realm. Your grandma is your guide. She's also your guardian angel. So she's sending you guidance. She wants you to treat yourself more kindly and how you deserve to be treated. Don't take anybody else's bad treatment and their words to heart. Be open to receiving this guidance that she's sending you from the other side, and take the initiative to change your life by changing, your expectations of how others treat you. I'm going to get a few tea leaves. Wow. Yeah. She has a lot of messages for you today. And I'm sorry, I feel a little bit perturbed, just it's like your grandma is. I can feel her energy of being perturbed and kind of pissed about how people have treated you. So you've had a dissatisfaction with life, or you feel very dissatisfied at this moment. And you have dealings or relationship with an older man that's coming out. You also have, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift with the diamond card. And perhaps it's a gift from your grandmother, I just heard. Something you've been wishing for a long time. It's going to bring a lot of excitement into your life. And new doors are opening with new opportunities that are waiting for you, just for you. And she wants you to know that. And she wants you to stay focused on that and the gifts that she's sending you. And forget the past. When we forgive, it chains us to the other person in karmic cycles until we're able to finally forgive them. So there is huge freedom in forgiveness, is what she's saying. And forgive yourself for any mistakes you've made. There are no mistakes, just learning lessons. And once you learn the lesson, you are actually set free. And until you learn from the situation, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me or teach me? You cannot have freedom. You repeat the lessons. You have discord among friends or family. And so it involves your friends or family. Be careful. Do not take risks. So, you don't even have to respond. Sometimes no response is the best response of all, right? Because then they don't have anything to use against you, your grandma's saying. And you have good advice from a wise person coming in. This is your grandmother. And these are the things that she's speaking today that she wants you to know. I'm going to see if there's any oracle messages for you. And then we're going to get some angel messages and angel numbers, hopefully, if I have time.